Okay, so this is going to be my hands-on lab for the introduction to Amazon EC2. Um, I'm actually remaking this one because my audio in the last one wasn't that good, so I hope that it restarted when I restarted the lab. But just to give a little summary to start the lab from what I've learned from the instructions is that the Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, which is Amazon EC2, is a web service that provides resizable compute capacity in the cloud, and it is designed to make web scale cloud computing easier for developers. So to start off with task one, in this task I will launch an Amazon EC2 instance with termination protection and stop protection. Termination protection prevents you from accidentally terminating the EC2 instance, and stop protection prevents you from accidentally stopping the EC2 instance. And I will also specify a user data script when I launch the instance that will deploy a simple web server. So just to start, we wanted to go to services and then compute and then EC2, but because I just did this lab, I kind of already have it right here. So I will just start there. And then under launch instances, we're going to do launch instance. So step one, I'm going to apply the name and tags for the instance. So we're going to give it the name uh, web server. And the name that I give this instance will be stored as a tag, and tags enable me to categorize my AWS resources in different ways. So step two is application and OS images, which is here next. So I was instructed that out of the available like quick start AMIs, that we're just going to keep the default Amazon Linux and also the Amazon Linux 2023. So we're going to keep those ones there. And step three is instance types. So it says that we want to keep a default t2.micro, so we'll have to select that one there. And then step four is going to be key pair, and the required name, they wanted us to Rocky. Um, Next, moving on to network settings, they want us to choose edit here. And for the VPC, we're going to do lab VPC. And it was also noted to me to keep the default subnet public subnet 1, so it's that one there, and that the subnet in which the instance will run. So we also wanted to notice that the instance will be assigned is a public IP address. The lab VPC was created using an AWS CloudFormation template during the setup process of the lab. So this VPC includes two public subnets and in two different availability zones. It says under firewall that we want to keep a create security group and then configure this. For the name, um, it wanted web server. Security group, and then description. I'm so sorry, my keyboard is so slow. Security group for my web server. Okay, and then under inbound security group, they want us to remove that. We're also going to keep the default settings for the storage configuration, so we will keep that, and then we're going to expand upon advanced details. It wants to do for the termination protection to do enable, so wherever that is. Oh. And here is where we're going to paste our code that they gave us. Again, I literally got this far and didn't record anything. So this is kind of where I left off. And then our step 8 is going to be launch the instance. So at the bottom of the summary panel, we'll hit launch instance and we should see a message of success. Oh my gosh. Oh, it already exists. Mm. I don't really know because I already created it, but I wasn't really recording. So, let me see. Okay, so it's already here. Web server, I already have that. So, um, hmm. So it wanted me to select web server security group. That's not the name of the whatever. I thought it was supposed to be web server security group. How do I change that? Or do I need to change that? Key names? Name. I thought I put it in right. Hmm. Web server, I guess. Let me see. So I was waiting until both of the status checks were 2 out of 2 checks passed. So that's kind of where I'm at. So we're on task 2, which is monitoring your instance. Um, Monitoring is an important part of maintaining the reliability, availability, and performance of Amazon EC2 instances in my AWS solutions. So it wanted us to choose the status checks tab. Also, I have no idea where that is. I thought it was here, but you can't really choose that. Status checks. Status. Oh, status checks. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. Notice that both the system's reachability have passed. Okay. And then monitoring, which is choose the monitoring tab here. And it says that this tab displays the Amazon CloudWatch metrics for my instance, and currently there are not many metrics to display because the instance was created or was recently launched. Cool. Okay. Um, and then it says in the actions menu, actions, oh, here, monitoring and troubleshoot, and then get system log. Cool. So just a little bit about this that I learned about. So the get system log displays the console output of the instance, which is a valuable tool for problem diagnosis, and it is especially useful for troubleshooting kernel problems and service configuration issues that could cause an instance to terminate. So it's really useful to have to be able to access this, and so um, it's set to scroll through the output and note that the HTTP package was installed from the user data that I added. I don't know where I would notice that, unless I can see it somewhere. Mm, user data, user data. Anyways, so choose cancel. choosing cancel. So it said to ensure that web server is still selected, then in the actions menu, again, select monitor and troubleshoot, and then get instant screenshot. And, oh, cool. So this shows me what my Amazon EC2 instance console would look like if a screen were attached to it. Sorry, I'm just looking at that. And then cancel here at the bottom. Kind of just wanted to show us the details of that. But with that, we're going to move on to task 3, which is to update my security group and access to the web server. So when I launched the EC2 instance, I provided a script that installed a web server and created a simple web page. In this task, I will access content from the web server. So it said to ensure that web server is still selected and then choose the details tab. Details. Okay, here. And then open a new tab in my web browser and paste the IP address that I just copied. Oh, the public IP. I don't think that's what it meant. Maybe just open address. It said, question, are you able to access your web server? I'm not really seeing anything, so I'm gonna take that as a no. Yeah, so it says that basically I'm not currently able to access the web server because the security group is not permitting inbound traffic on port, so which is used for the HTTP web request. So this is a demonstration of using a security group as a firewall to restrict the network traffic that is allowed in and out of the instance. So yeah, and I'm not allowed in. So it wanted me to keep that browser tab open and to return to this console tab in the left navigation pane. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop narrating. I'm just gonna do it here in security group. So the security group currently has no inbound rules, so we're going to choose edit inbound rules and then add rule. And then configure. So type is that HTTPS? Source. Okay, and then it says to return to the server page. Sorry, I didn't mean to pause. I'm returning to the server page. Hopefully, oh my gosh, it's not working. Oh, reloading. Okay, I'm gonna pause and see if I can get it to work. Okay, so I think I fixed it. I hope I fixed it. Reloading. No, it's not working.